Welcome back to the Fast Break. We are back. Another video. My name is Emil. So I'm just gonna get right into it. We're gonna talk about the top, or not the top, but my mid-season NBA award predictions. We're gonna do MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, Rookie of the Year, Coach of the Year, Sixth Man of the Year, and Most Improved Player of the Year. So it's gonna be a good one. Make sure you like the video. Let's get 10 likes this one. So just 10 likes. I don't know why I'm not talking. But yeah, notifications on, subscribe. If you're watching NBA videos and you're not subscribed to this channel, you're doing something wrong. However, let's get right into it. This channel is for everyone. If you don't know basketball, you will come to love it because of this. I will make sure of that. And for those who are extreme experts, or whatever you want to call yourself, however, MVP, most improved, oh my goodness, MVP, most valuable player, not best player, most valuable. Number one would be Joel Embiid. However, he did get injured, right? Which means for me, in my opinion, that definitely is going to take him out of my pot. Like, he can't win it until he's back, and that he isn't back for now. I think he's out for another week or two. Then we'll see what he does then. But otherwise, he would be my clear-cut number one favorite right now. Not even close. He's absolutely carrying the 76ers. Of course, he has a great supporting cast. Not only supporting cast, but other all-stars like Ben Simmons. And then you have a couple good shooters, Danny Green, Seth Curry. And just a very, very solid bench, very good bench, supporting cast. A great coach as well. The Sixers did dominate all of these nominations in my predictions. So shout out to them. We'll see how far they make it in the playoffs, because they've never done too well in that, I guess. But Kawhi still haunts them. Number two, which is now my front runner, is going to be Giannis. The Bucks they might be second. I think they overtook the Nets in the East, right behind the 76ers now. And Giannis is obviously by light years their best player. The only reason I think he's not going to win it is he's won it twice in a row. People are literally tired of him winning it. So there's just no way I see him really getting any votes or enough votes to win it. But nonetheless, he is playing great basketball. He does deserve it. It's not that he doesn't deserve it. It's just, you know how the world is. They get tired of something. So yeah. Then number three, or two now, whatever, is going to be Jokic. The Nuggets are 5th or 6th in the West. And while there's the other teams in the West that are higher, the problem with that is that the Suns have two clearly good players who are just. Chris Paul is in that MVP conversation, but he's not in the top 5. The Jazz, they just do not have an MVP. You couldn't call one of them their best or most valuable player, and that goes on and on. Lakers. In my opinion, two superstars cancel each other out. Unless they're like the top team. So I mean, yeah, the Lakers, LeBron, I guess he's top 10, top 5 when it comes to MVP, but they are also injured right now, both of them, so it doesn't even matter, right? And the Nuggets, while they aren't a top team, or they are a top team, but they're not top seeded, top record team. Jokic has been playing basketball that we rarely ever or have never seen from a center. He's averaging almost 10 assists or 8.6 assists, over 20 points, I think. He's just insane numbers that you just don't see from a center. And he's also just simply carrying his team. Jamal Murray's there, but then Jamal Murray isn't an all-star. Nikola Jokic absolutely is. Obviously, for your team to be for you to win MVP, your team is going to have to be a top 3, top 4 seeded team. That's why Jokic isn't as high. That's why Dame isn't as high, and that's why Steph isn't in my top 5. That's why Bradley Beal isn't in my top 5. That's why all those type of players are not in my top 5. And then when you go to the Nets, they're super high, but they have too many good players for one of them to be more valuable than Embiid is to the Sixers or Giannis is to the Bucks. Next, we got the Defensive Player of the Year. Number 1 for me, absolutely Ben Simmons. No question to ask. This man has locked down all of our favorite players this year, unless your favorite player is Ben Simmons. That would be pretty hard. He's a 6'8" point guard, averaging a bunch of steals. He's a great defender on ball. He's tough to get around. Good or not great, but a very solid paint defender. Speaking of paint defender, number 2 is going to be Rudy Gobert. The only reason I do not ever put him at number 1 is of what Steph Curry, Kyrie Irving, and all those ball handlers do to him every damn time he comes 2 feet outside of the paint. It looks like he's playing Just Dance or something whenever Steph or Kyrie go against him. However, that being said, he is the best rim protector in the NBA. No questions asked. He's averaging, I don't know how many blocks. Not the most, second or third most, but just very, very solid, contesting most layups that go against him. That is just why you have to have him up there. I would say Anthony Davis is my third option. However, he is injured, so that just sort of makes it tough for me to have him there. But if he wasn't injured, he's just, last year he was, I think, the runner-up in the Defensive Player of the Year voting, but injury makes it hard, like I said. But otherwise, he's just a great defender. Not only, he is 6'11", which obviously means he's a great, not obviously, but he is a great rim protector, paint defender, and he's also a very solid on-ball protector. And then to replace Anthony Davis sort of is Miles Turner. He's averaging over 3 blocks a game, leading the NBA in blocks. That's really the only reason he's in here is to replace Anthony Davis. I don't think he has a shot at winning it. He is not really a good on-ball defender, so that sort of sums it up. And obviously he's been helping the Pacers, who it's not that they, in some areas they do lack defense, so that without him I think it would be very tough. But Rookie of the Year, LaMelo Ball, 100% would win. 1,000,000,000%. No chance anyone else would win. He literally leads in every category except for steals. Blocks. However, he did get injured. But what he's been doing, what he was doing, is just amazing stuff. I still don't think the Warriors should have taken him. And for the Timberwolves, I think Anthony Edwards fits them, but LaMelo Ball's just been doing great things. He has had a few triple-doubles, or maybe one, but still a few triple-doubles, shooting the ball much better than his brother was in his first year. But LaMelo is just, you love to see it. I think the NBA is getting better every year. Obviously, in 5 to 10 years, we're gonna say, oh my God, it's much worse because we're gonna have LeBron, KD, and Steph all retired. But you know what I'm saying. There's so much new talent. Zion's still performing. Luka, Giannis, they're all still very young. And now LaMelo added to that. Then now replacing LaMelo at number 1 is going to be Anthony Edwards. He's been doing great. He was coming off the bench, and he's still putting up great numbers. Then D'Lo got injured, and he really performed and showed what he was capable of. He is an extreme athletic animal. I don't know exactly how tall he is, but the bounce he has is incredible. He can shoot-ish the ball. I think that's an area he can improve on, but he's not a bad 3-point shooter. He can definitely finish around the rim. That is definitely his strength. Then defensive-wise, he's solid. He's okay-ish, but that's also another room where he can improve, area where he can improve, but they are rookies. They have a lot of time and possibilities to improve. Then number 3 or 2 is going to be Tyrese Halliburton. He is an absolute bucket. I was watching the Warriors-Kings game last night. I did not like him. because he was absolutely torching us. Just like Aaron Fox, that was even worse. But Halliburton, great game last night, and he's not only last night, but every almost every night he's just having an amazing game. He's people said his 3-point shot wouldn't convert to the NBA, but obviously it has. He's been not incredible shooter, but he's been a very solid and reliant shooter for the Sacramento Kings. So he's definitely up there for Rookie of the Year. Okay, Coach of the Year. I think this one's really quick. Doc Rivers, clear front runner. No one really expected the 76ers to be the first seed except for 76ers fans probably. He's been, obviously they mutually agreed to part ways in Los Angeles on the Clippers, and then he was like, let me show y'all I am one of the best coaches right now and of all time. So he's really shown his worth as a coach. Not like he needed to. He didn't really have anything to prove at all. But now he has a chance at winning his second championship with the 76ers. Number 2, Quinn Snyder's the Jazz coach. No, I don't think I need to explain anything. And obviously, maybe he's even number 1 over Doc Rivers. I'd probably even over Doc Rivers at number 1. I just don't know. I'm not sure about that. But probably Quinn Snyder's at number 1 now that I think about it. When your team has the best record in the NBA, it's tough to argue, especially when you don't have any top 5, top 10 players in the NBA. That obviously shows how good you are as a coach. Then number 3, Suns coach Monty Williams. The Suns are the 2nd seed in the West. The West obviously being the harder conference, which makes it much more impressive than if it was the 2nd seed in the East. Monty Williams, I did say this in the beginning in my preseason award predictions. I did say Monty Williams would maybe win Coach of the Year, and that is looking like an possibility. I'm not sure if he will, just because of the record, obviously, but the Jazz look like they are cooling down, while the Suns do not look like they are cooling down, especially now with the Lakers struggling with injuries, and the Lakers are just going to continue to drop instead of challenge them again. Okay, 6th man of the year, Jordan Clarkson, boom, done. I could move on. I'm going to explain to you why. Not really. Jordan Clarkson averaging double digits every game, sort of very very reliable to score for you for the Jazz. Great 3-point shooter, okay defender, giving the Jazz a great push off the bench when they do need it. So that is why he's my number 1 for 6th man of the year. Then, number 2, Terrence Ross, the Magic. In the beginning, the Magic were doing better. Now they're not really doing that good, and they've traded away everyone except for Terrence Ross. And now I think that is actually going to fall out, that he's possibly even going to be 6th man of the year, just because he's going to probably start now. With all the Magic trading away Evan Fournier, Aaron Gordon, and Nikola Vucevic. More to that on Monday, by the way. A video about the trade deadline on Monday. Make sure to check that out. So yeah, that's my number 2. Terrence Ross, great 3-point shooter, great athleticism. I cannot say that word. Doesn't matter. Next, Shake Milton for the 76ers. As you can see, Jordan Clarkson and Shake Milton both are from a top team of either of the conference. Shake Milton being that 6th man for the top team in the East, the 76ers. Again, providing great minutes off the bench that you just couldn't find, that are rare to find, and really helping the 76ers establish their strength and dominance in the East. Now, last but not least, most improved. Oh my goodness. This year, most improved is completely stacked. You have Julius Randle for me at number 1, honestly. While he was good last year, I think he has to sort of win it, just because he was an all-star this year. And he's been incredible, especially compared to where the Knicks were last year. He's averaging much better numbers. Then number 2, Jeremy Grant on the Detroit Pistons. Again, someone who we did not expect to play this well. Everyone sort of took Christian Wood and was like, oh, he's going to win 6th man of the year. but Jeremy Grant has been playing better than or over expectations compared to Christian Wood. Christian Wood would be at my 3 if he hadn't gotten injured. Christian Wood, obviously, now he's back. But Christian Wood doing great things, really. Funny, the Piston, ex-Piston and the Piston, both 2 and 3. But Christian Wood is doing great stuff for the Rockets. And I think if, hopefully the Rockets keep him, because I think that could work very well. John Wall and him could be a duo. We'll see. Let's see what they do with a few draft picks that I believe that they have gotten. They got Avery Bradley and Kelly Olynyk. They definitely lost that trade for Victor Oladipo, but we'll see what happens with those draft picks. Next, for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, again for OKC, just being their star player, being their best player, averaging over 20 points a game, a few rebounds a game, a few assists a game, doing great stuff, playing real basketball, giving the sort of carrying them to the only few wins that the OKC Thunder do have. He did not play like this. I wouldn't say at all, but he didn't play like this last season. He played good last year, but this year he was even in the All-Star consideration, All-Star conversation. He did not make it, but still. Number 5, Chris Boucher, from a G League player. Once again, the Toronto Raptors have transformed G League player into a reliable player coming off the bench, even a 6-man of the year candidate, which is just incredible. So that was my 5 for Chris Boucher. Then Jaylen Brown, Zach LaVine, and Jokic are all sort of my superstar 6 most improved players. Jokic would win that just because statistically I believe he actually has improved the most from last season. But you just never see superstars really, unless they were not a superstar the season before, win these type of awards. So that is why none of these 3 are going to win it. Well, that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you leave a like. Goddamn. All right, Monday we are doing. I'm gonna be releasing. What did I say? Trade deadline reaction. Then Wednesday is gonna be. Why am I so distracted? Wednesday is going to be the Week 14 highlights reaction. And then we got Saturday. We are finally back with our very favorite type of videos. We got the quizzes back at it. The quiz game. You already know who the people are. Back from our favorite video on this channel. Basketball quiz for non-beginners. That was the one we did. Like November, December. That was so much fun. Make sure you guys check that out. That is going to be another hilarious video. I cannot wait to film that one. Otherwise, I'll see you all next time.